Hey class, today I thought we could do something different and try to do math on a computer today. So could everyone go to this website right up here? It's called geobra.org/webstart/geobra.html, and we're going to try and learn these new concepts. So today we're learning about rays and angles, and first I'm going to start off by showing you what a right angle looks like. Now can anyone guess what a right angle looks like? This is what it looks like this. There's something really specific that only right angles have, and that is that they have a 90-degree angle. So here I'll write that down. All right angles have 90 degrees. Not have, but are 90 degrees. So you can always remember, right, if you're right, you're 90 degrees. And it looks like an L. That's one way to remember it. Another angle that we learn about is the acute angle. Now, acute angle you can think of as being cute. It's little. So it's either going to be less than 90 degrees, but more than 0 degrees. Because if you don't have any degrees, then you're not even an angle. So let's try drawing an acute angle. So here we see this is acute because where E is, the angle is very small. So I'll type that in for you guys to see. All acute angles are either more than 0 degrees but less than 90 degrees. And again, it has to be less than 90 degrees because otherwise it would be a right angle. So next we have an obtuse angle. And can anyone guess what obtuse means? It means bigger, and it means an angle between 91 degrees and 180 degrees. So let's try drawing that. Now drawing an obtuse angle is probably going to be easier because you can go as big as you want, but you kind of have to watch to make sure you don't go more or too much. So here we go, there to there, and then so here we have an obtuse angle because, let me see if I can show you. Here you can see that the angle is bigger than 90 degrees and it's more than an acute angle, so it has to be obtuse. So there I'll write the definition. An obtuse angle has to be more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Can anyone guess why it has to be less than 180 degrees? If you guessed because 180 degrees is a straight angle, then you're correct. So let's try drawing a straight angle. Now this is going to be pretty easy, I'm guessing, for everyone. So here we see that there's no angle being formed right here because it's a perfectly straight line. So it has to be 180 degrees. Because if you have two 90 degrees, you get 180. So here I'll write a straight angle has to be 180 degrees because it is a right angle doubled. This isn't very straight. There we go. So again, let's review this. A right angle always has to be 90 degrees, and you can usually see that by drawing a box right into here. It fits perfectly. So it has to be a right angle. And here it's a acute angle because it's cute and it's little. And it's less than 90 degrees and more than 0 degrees. Now it's probably hard to read right now because it's going in an angle differently than all these. Because here we have a straight line here, and in the straight angle and the right angle. But here it's a V. So what you should do is always go to your main point that has the two legs pointing out of it, and that's where you should begin. So from E to D, you can see it has a small angle. And if I make it wider, it's still small, or it's still acute. So next you have your obtuse angle, which we know has to be more than 90 degrees and less than 180. And you can tell when the angle is opening largely and is bigger than L. And then last is your straight angle, which you know is straight because it's a perfectly straight line. And if you were to take the right angle twice, it would equal this, because 90 times 2 is 180. The next thing we're going to learn about is a ray. Now first I'm just going to define a ray because I think it's harder to understand if you don't know the definition. So here we'll put it up here. So a ray is a portion of a line which starts at a point and goes off in a particular direction to infinity and beyond. So here, we'll put the definition right here, and I'll draw what a ray looks like. So here we have a line, and it goes to N. But instead of ending at N, it's going to go on for infinity. So let's see if we can somehow show that. So from M to N, and it goes on for infinity. That's a ray. So all in all, these are your concepts that we have to learn. So let's go through them one more time. We have the right angle, which is 90 degrees. We have an acute angle, which is more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees. We have an obtuse angle that is more than 90 degrees and less than 180. A straight line, which is a straight line and equals 180 degrees. And then we have a ray, which is a point or a portion of a line which starts at a point and goes off in a particular direction for infinity. So it never ends. After learning these key concepts about angles and rays, we're now going to do a project, and we're going to do this, if I can find it, through MoMA.org, Red Studio, and it's basically an art website, but we're going to use it to our advantage for this math lesson. So I want you guys to all go to this website at the top of the page. It's redstudio.moma.org/interactives/remix/index line f.html. Now once you get there, I'm just going to briefly show you how this works. You're going to go down and you're going to choose a collage source. So choose a picture in which you're really interested in or you really like. I'm going to choose this because I like to organize my shelves and my drawers or whatever. And here now you can see how to make the background darker or lighter. I'm going to make mine so you can see the picture clearly. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to use the utensils available and you're going to find 5 types of each angle and 5 types of array. So for instance, if I want to, you can do this in 2 ways. You can either find the angles and rays using a pencil or you can use a shape. Now if you use shape, it's a little harder because, so say I find this right angle right here, I make it a circle, I can then move it. And you can move it to another collage and make the collage lighter in the background, or you can move it to where I can see it and say, there's my right angle in your paper. So let me delete that shape. So let me explain this further. So you're going to make a Word document, and what I want you to do first is I want you to put your name and the date at the top right-hand corner, and then I want you to create a title, and the title is Angle and Ray Activity. And basically what I want you to do is explain in the directions, explain what shape will represent each type of angle and ray that you find, give 5 examples of each, and give the definition of each angle and ray. So I'll do an acute angle with you guys. So we're going to find an acute angle in the picture, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to use the pencil to find my angles because I feel like the shapes are a little too much. And I'm going to decide I'm going to find acute angles by using a circle. So I'll type in circle. Back in. So I'm going to go back to my collage, and I'm going to circle an acute angle. So I see one. Where? You guys see one anywhere? Here's one right here. So in this ball, which is kind of hard to see, but if you circle well enough, I'll find it. Just circle an acute angle. And you can do all 5 examples, you can do 2, you can do 3, however many, but just remember to go back and define it and to find 5 examples of each angle. So an acute angle is less than 90 degrees, can't spell, but more than 0 degrees. So you're going to do this for each type of angle and for array. So 5 examples of each, define them, and tell me what shape represents each type of angle. So when you're done doing this, you're going to save your collage, and then you're going to print off your collage with the example circled or whatever, and you're going to print off your Word document. Now remember, each angle and array has to have a different type of shape defining it, so I know where to find your examples. So you could say a right angle is defined by a star, an obtuse angle is defined by a square, and you guys don't have to draw these lines, I just did that to show you where you needed to write. A straight angle is defined by 2 stars, and array is defined by a squiggly line. So be sure to do this and define the definition of each type so I know that you understand what we've been learning. So again, once you're done, print both of these out and make sure everything is clear and what you're stating is what type of angle and such. But that should be it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to come up and ask me. This activity shouldn't be too hard, but again, I'm always open to answering questions. Good luck, guys. And have fun with this activity too. It's supposed to be a fun time.